Hey everybody, how are ya? So, taking some getting used to, y'all. Anyway, it is Monday evening. I am headed into town. I've got to get my puppy dogs some food. So, I thought I'd take a quick minute and tell you about the interview. So this is probably going to be a short video, but I got there just a couple minutes before, and was Andy's dad coming back. He went to go get gas for them. I met with the district manager. We talked for a little while. He asked a few questions and reviewed the resume and all that stuff. He said that he doesn't normally do an on-the-spot thing, but he had interviewed a few other people, and he had told them he had some other interviews because he just wasn't sure on the fit. But he said, but if it sounds like something you'd like, and we went over what it is and what they do and, that kind of stuff, and I would be starting just as a regular customer service representative, a teller. And there's a chance for advancement as you go, but he asked me about salary, and it's less than what I was making, but it's quite a bit less. But I had done some calculations before I went on what my bills are here and how much I would have to make in order to meet my bills here and still have a little bit of a cushion. And I told him that amount, and he was happy with it. So he said that's at the top of what I'm allowed to offer for the position, but I think you're more than qualified for it and more than worth it. So that wasn't an issue, and like I said, it's enough for me to pay all my bills here, have a little bit of a cushion to be able to start putting a little bit of money back and start saving for some of the projects that need to get done at the place and for emergencies. There are some differences. He did offer me the job. He offered me the position. We are waiting on the background. We can't do anything until the background check is done. Usually background's anywhere from 2 to 4 days. Just depends how many counties you've lived and how long it takes those counties to respond. I've done lots of background checks, so I understand that. One of them being Harris County, which is a huge county, and it can take a little while, but it's okay. I'll know by Friday at the latest. I don't anticipate any problems. I don't have anything on my background, so I've been in jail one time, y'all. I know, CG's been in jail. It was a traffic fine from a wreck that I had gotten into, and I was real honest with the judge, and I said, I honestly don't have the money. My car was totaled. I've got to replace that. I've missed, a week of work. And that was literally the first 2 weeks that I was working at Trackwork, the company I just left. I don't have been there 2 weeks, so I just honestly didn't have. And he said, well, I tell you what, let's just do this. If you'll spend the weekend, we'll call it good. So I stayed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the local city jail. It was not pleasant. It was not fun. I did not like it at all. I never, ever want to be in that position again. But it fulfilled my obligations, took care of the fines, and, so I did what I had to do. But, and that was back in 2005. Excuse me just a second. There's a blind curve here, and you have to yield, but you can't see it till you get to it. So anyway, I'm not worried about the background check. It'll come back with no issues. I'm not worried about that at all. So this particular company does title loans and line of credit loans. That's the only thing they do are 2 different types of loans, and it's just processing the loans and the paperwork and calling folks to remind them that, hey, you've got payment coming up, or you missed a payment, whatever. Just basic stuff. It's nothing. I am looking forward to being actually a lot less hectic of a job, than what I was dealing with. A lot less stress, a lot less BS. So that'll be a good thing. But I am so beyond grateful, that God is good. And this whole thing, you guys, and honestly, this whole thing, and I've said it before, it was a God thing. There were so many things that just happened to fall in place at the exact moment to make this happen. So it is God, and proof of God working in my life, and proof that faith and God's promises, God keeps His word. if you have faith. So I encourage anybody, if you're struggling, if you're going through something, hang on. Keep your faith and trust and know that God will provide. I promise you. I mean, I would, once everything's back and cleared, I'd start Monday. And then it'd be another 2 weeks before I got the first check, which would only for me be 1 week. They get paid every 2 weeks. So it'll be 1 week's salary, which is not a whole lot, but it'll be enough once I get to that point to put gas in the car for the week and feed the boys and that kind of stuff. But it'll be almost 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks before I get a full paycheck and can start paying things and getting back. So I've got to figure out how to survive till then. You know, I've got a little bit of cash. I don't have much, but I do have some that, you know, thanks to a few generous people that, and I'm just being really careful what I spend. Like right now, I'm just going to get dog food. My boys have to eat, so I have, you know, so just the basics really is what the only thing I'm spending. Gas for the generator. I'll have to have gas in my car and food. That's it, you know, and other than the picnic we are going to this weekend. I'm so excited about that. I cannot wait to see everybody. And I had already paid for the hotels several weeks ago. So the hotel was already paid for. And Andy's going to be able to cover the gas in the truck. So, you know, it's going to be okay. We won't be buying a bunch of stuff like we normally do when we go to these events and eating out a whole lot of meals, but that's okay. It's a picnic, so we are going to eat good Saturday, and I think I'm going to make some sandwiches for Friday, and, you know, we're going to drive up Friday right after lunch, so I'm going to make some sandwiches that we can eat on the road, and we'll just have a few snacks at the hotel, and it'll all be good. It's going to be a budget-friendly trip, so super excited about that. But anyway, back on track. I really would like to thank all of you for all of the well wishes, the prayers, the comments. You guys are amazing, and you have done such a great job of helping me to keep my spirits up and to keep my smile, and I cannot seriously thank you enough. I am beyond blessed. God has blessed me with amazing people in my life and surrounded me with wonderful, wonderful people, and that means more to me than I can ever tell you. So, from me to you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you can bet I'll be back to let you guys know when I hear back from them and get the confirmation. So, until then, I love you guys. I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you on the next video.